So it's time to start writing our stories. So we're going to start with just the orientation today, the introduction to our story. Or else, if we try and write our whole story today, we won't focus really well on some of our ideas and put in lots of detail. And the more detail in a story, the better it is. Because think about a sentence. There was a boy walking through a wood. You could make that better with, there was a scared boy walking through a dark and mysterious wood. So, I've already written, I'm not going to make you sit and watch me write my orientation today, or you would have been sitting here for a little while watching me. I'm going to read you mine, and I'm going to point out a few things that I did that I'd like you to have a go at when you write your story today, your orientation. Okay, I'll show you mine. So for my writing, I've got my story map that we wrote yesterday next to me to help me remember my ideas. Now, the reason I got you to shade your boxes is because today, all we are writing is these two top blue ones. We're just focusing on the blue today, and we'll do the rest later. Blue boxes today, the characters and the setting, and we want to do a really good job of introducing them. So, the first thing I wrote was my title, Wanda and the Lolly Troll. So I'm going to read you my story. Standing on the path to Cherubic Town, Wanda could feel her excitement building inside her. She could see green rolling hills in the distance and hear a pink river. She saw a delicious-looking gingerbread house. She could taste the spices. Wanda did not know who the bright, colourful house belonged to. It was the Lolly Troll. Everyone in Cherubic knew about the troll. He was the nicest troll anyone had ever met. He and his best friend, Jerry, were an odd pair, but if anyone stole from either, Jerry and the troll, you would be sorry. If only Wanda had known. So there is my orientation. I've talked about my characters and I've talked about my setting. So I'm just going to point out a few things that I've made sure I've put into my introduction, my orientation, to make a really good story. You want your orientation to make the reader think, wow, what is going to happen next? So to do that, I've added in some of my adjectives. I've used excitement, bright, colourful. I put in the things you can see to do some visualizing so you can picture it in your mind. You can see green rolling hills. You can see a delicious looking gingerbread house. I put in things you can hear so you can really visualize what it would be like. You can hear the pink river. I put in things you can taste, the spices of the gingerbread house. I had them from over here when I put them in my setting. And I also put in nicest and that they were odd. And I hope by saying, if only Wanda had known, that it builds a little bit of suspense and you won't be able to sleep tonight until you find out what happens next. So, have a go at writing your orientation for today. Just focus on the two blue boxes, introducing your characters and introducing your setting, using some of those describing words that you had in for your senses. Really make the reader visualize and get excited by your story. Good luck with writing your orientation today.